Pope has got to be MVP so far. I would agree. Like, the Pope has started as one of the smallest nations, and they've just played it really, really well. Up until about 2 sessions ago, I would have said the same about Austria, but Austria has not impressed me as much recently. Especially that war in Sweden. That was the make or break for the HRE, and unfortunately I think that they've made a massive misstep not putting up a front against Russia there. And I do have a bit of a guess that that's something to do with Prussia. Prussia probably told Austria, I'm not willing to fight Russia. And then Austria saw their main military player pull out and said, yeah, okay, Sweden's the sacrifice. Which is a mistake. So what is the Russian morale right now? Dare I look? 9.67. Oh, Russia's in a golden era as well. Because of course they are. 10% from being the Russian Revolutionary Republic, and then 10% also from being the Revolutionary Republic. Target the Revolutionary Republic, that's what I meant. Austria appears to be inspired to do the things they accomplished early, then basically floundering for ideas since. I mean, the longer the game goes on, the harder it's going to be for Austria to maintain cohesion in the Empire. So the biggest achievement that they have done is maintaining cohesion in the HRE. Like, the Allies internally have not turned on each other at all, from the best that I can remember. But that internal cohesion has not recently resulted in cohesion against external threats, which is really where that internal cohesion should have paid dividends. Best single player is to be Inca stopping Texas imploding at 98% or whatever it was. Yeah, at the time I thought that was a bit of a mistake, because these two should have been natural enemies. Huzzah! It is entirely possible in a multiplayer game to completely take over the entire continent. The fact that there are now 4 players based in the New World and a 1.5 is kind of incredible to me. Because that's why I'm always really, really scared about allowing players to start in the New World. Because it is that easy to take over the entire continent. Incas have been such loyal allies all game. They have. And the Incas have played the diplomatic game pretty well from that end. Like, players will remember who've been good allies and who've been bad ones, and Charles has proven himself a good one. Frogger Pirate, thank you very much for the 15-month resubscription. Very much appreciate that ongoing support. Thank you. Still don't understand much of this game. I mean, there's always going to be things going on, and then there's going to be wheels spinning within wheels, because it's multiplayer. It's just the nature of things. So Tunis is in the war against Inca. Inca's in the war against Prussia, and now Brazil. I thought I'd go through and just see if anyone else has declared any wars. Is Brazil currently being played? Yeah, Brazil's got the new substitute in. So Brazil and Tunis are fighting against the Inca and Texas. So Brazil is taking this opportunity to go after the Inca, while the Inca are distracted by the Prussians. Although the Prussians are primarily going against the Texans, so it is going to be Inca versus Brazil and Tunis. Confused yet? Then we've got Russia going after the Timurids, but that's mostly kicking a guy when he's down. We've got Iran also in the war against Prussia, but Iran I don't think are really going to be in a position to do very much. No, I don't think so. This could actually be an opportunity for the Dutch to get involved, because it would be relatively easy, I think, to blockade Iran's coasts and take out their Japanese holdings, and then make Japan a Dutch outpost. Be a very easy way of getting some extra development. And I don't think anyone would really want to challenge the Dutch for an island. And the Dutch are still going to make most of their money from their holdings over in Europe. This is just going to be free real estate, effectively. And I think the Dutch, and maybe Britain, would be the only ones who could really do that. But Britain have already ceded that territory to Iran, and have proven themselves to be at least positively inclined towards Iran. We've got the Mamluks who are assisting the Timurids against the Russians and Hindustan. We've got Texas, who's fighting against Prussia and Brazil, though mostly Prussia. And we've got Hindustan picking on Timurids. Well, no, Hindustan, I'm going to say, is legitimately doing a conquest of the Timurids. I have no problem with that. It was Iran and Russia jumping in completely opportunistically. It's just like, it's a bit unfortunate. Can the United States even be formed because it's so random? Yeah. It's already here. And the United States is also a player, but that player is not here at the moment, so the US is protected. Otherwise, I'm sure the US would also be seeing some opportunities here. Although the US has the most beef with Britain. It's actually Britain who's surrounding the US, not Texas. These are all British colonies. They're just very similar colours. You can see the borders. And there was a pretty big war between the US and Britain already. It's just the US needs better allies. If the US could find somebody who has a reason to fight against Britain, then, especially a naval power, like the Netherlands. If the US allied with the Netherlands against Britain, it would be a good fight. I don't think Prussia has the naval power. It'd have to be a naval power. Wait. Middle-earth has apparently become Australia. So we have Australia and Australia. Just to be even more confusing. Of course, because it's an independent nation to be formed, Australia. Wait, why are these... yellow? What's yellow mean? Is Australia allied to them? Congo and Iran. Oh, you have Condottieri against them. But how can he? He's not in the wars. That's why I'm confused. So the Prussian-Texan War seems to have become a bit of a stalemate. Texas doing the right thing, holding these territories. They didn't actually go all the way back here. They decided to form the line in these positions. And in fact, if I was Texas, I'd be trying to build forts in these two provinces right now. So that even if you lost the battle, you would still have time to regroup and come back in. Because right now there's no forts neither. And they're both gem provinces. Like, this is a good choke point. Fortify it. Meanwhile, the Inca-Brazil war is happening, I guess. Oh, British troops are exiled here. Did Britain try to join the war, but they were in a neutral state, so they got exiled and have to go all the way home? That sounds like what happened there. The Brazilian-Incan War is over. Did Inca just take this? Yeah, I think so. I think Inca took territory from Brazil. British tea is pausing. British tea is Andalusia? No, Brazil. Yeah, it looks like Brazil lost. Why? They even have a loan. I'm confused. Reunited the land they lost last session for Inca. Let's have a look at Inca and just go to the diplomatic map mode. This is all being cored. These are territories they have claims on. Yeah, Brazil just lost this. Did they misclick? Tunis is here, ready for a scrap. It looks like Britain was on their way, ready for a scrap. What's that noise? What's he doing? I don't know. That's weird. The other thing we should keep an eye on is the Timurids. The conquest of the Timurids is continuing. Russia now has a 27% war score against the Timurids, but have taken a whopping 500,000 casualties and attrition. Russian manpower is going down. It's gone down by about 100,000 total. Bearing in mind how much of Russia's army is probably mercenary. And Hindustan's army has gone down by about 100,000 too. And they've lost 641,000. Iran is looking more and more China-like. All they need to do is take this part from Shan, and then that's China. Noises autonomy increase or decrease? Ah. Yes, it is. They've been decreasing... Oh no, they've probably been increasing autonomy. Decreasing autonomy. Stamping it out. That's the word I meant. But then how have they got 100... Oh, they probably rose up. Oh, that's going to be one of my favourite things in the new patch, is the ability to provoke rebels. No longer sitting there on 90% going, oh, come on! Rise up already! No, you can now go in and punch their leader to force them to rise. Yeah, Iran is a bit of a paper tiger. They're very big. They'll be hard to conquer just because of their sheer size in the same way that Russia is. But they don't have Russia's combat quality nor economy. In fact, I wonder how much money Iran's making, because I suspect it's going to be less than you think. They have 17,000 sitting in the bank, though. Okay, maybe not. They're making 300 from trade. Oh, from Beijing, I guess. Yep. Loads of money is being pumped into Beijing. Really, the only exit is overland. Into Yumen. Interesting. I mean, some of the Europeans could be trying to steal money from Canton or from Hangzhou. I would have expected there to be an exit from you that's not overland, but I guess this is the Silk Road. So who has stake in... Nobody. Yumen. Although I bet Timurids wish they could take out Yumen. Because they already had a bit of Samarkand. They could have taken a bunch of money out of Beijing if they'd taken that. Interesting. Inca was absolutely wrecking Brazil. A couple of Brazilian 40 stacks got stack wiped. Oh! So apparently we missed some bad losses. Maximum manpower 57,000. They didn't lose much manpower. Yeah, they did lose troops though. Interesting. How could they have prevented that attrition loss? By not running around with 100,000 man stacks and sieging for no reason. Oh, we have battle. Battle! 138% discipline versus 125%. Timurids are coming in with extra troops. Hindustan does have a lot of troops, but the Timurids arrived too late. Andalusia forced to bear the brunt there, and we've got Timurids coming in too late on a -3. This might be a 100,000 man stack wipe. This is a disaster for the Timurids. I'm actually surprised they're losing as few men as they are. Timurids did get away, but they lost a good 40,000 men there for no reason. Ouch. Oh no! Run! 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 No, don't stand there. Run! Just try! Oh no. This is 100,000 men. We're watching the little flag here. As soon as that flag goes, they should run. They ran the wrong way! No! Oh dear! Andalusia, what are you doing? Unless they're going across here. Which is possible. Nope! Oh, is Hindustan going to notice? Is Hindustan going to notice? Is there a fort here? It's not a fort here. Did you just disband a whole 100,000 man army? No. They're still there. They just disappeared for a moment. They are really lucky that Hindustan doesn't seem to be paying attention. But where are they going to go from here? They can't. They're behind enemy lines. This is 65,000 men lost. Hindustan just hasn't noticed, though. Well, unless this stack's coming to kill them, which is possible. I think they're going after him, though. That fort's probably blocking them. It's a level 8 fort as well. So this is going to be down to whether the Andalusians, Mamelukes, or Timurids can bring a fleet in to evacuate this lot. This is Dunkirk right here. This is becoming a whole Czech Legion saga. Will they escape? Okay, so we've got the Russians on a -2 against the Timurids and the Mamelukes. The Timurids actually arriving on time this time. 130% discipline versus 120. 9.7 morale versus 8.5. This is a little bit closer than some of the other battles. It looks like the quality is more or less the same. So it's mostly the fact that the Russians are fighting on a -2. 444 general versus a 5-4, so not that much difference in general quality. Another 100,000 Russians on the way in. It does look like the Mamelukes and the Timurids are taking a lot more casualties. Why? Backline artillery is slightly better. And mighty Finland is on their way in. Both sides taking a fair number of casualties here, but I think as soon as these reinforcements arrived, you should run. There's no point fighting this. You're just taking casualties now for no reason. Yeah, you're taking 1,000 men for 100. Why are you fighting this? That was a bit of bad coordination there. And again, run. Oh no, that's not behind enemy lines. Ah, they got caught. 70,000 versus 125,000. So what the Andalusia should be doing now is running. They can take this opportunity to escape. Because once they're broken, they can't be captured. So they just need to right-click on that fort. Okay, they've run. Where are they running to? Yeah, they got away. The Great Escape. Meanwhile, the Great Sitting War between the Texans and the Prussians. This is a war you started, Prussia. You got to be doing something here. I'm still surprised that Texas isn't building forts here. I mean, if Texas wanted to be really sneaky, depending on how many transports they have, and they have more than enough to do this, fortify these two, put 2 level 8 forts, then ship your army back here. And then just trap the Prussians. Because there's no forts here. You would need to land and then hold for a month. A Sitzkrieg. Yeah, this really has become a Sitzkrieg. Prussia being very passive again. But good on Timurids. Putting up a hell of a fight here. 737,000 casualties in attrition. 778,000 in that one. And the Timurids side has lost 900,000 to combat. But then Hindustan's lost 1.1 million. This is almost 2 million casualties suffered by Hindustan alone. 1.7 million to 344,000. This is a good kill death rate. If this was Hearts of Iron 4, I'd be feeling pretty good about being the Timurids right now. Yeah, I'm losing, but look at the damage you've inflicted. 1.7 million Russians are dead to 344,000. That's pretty good going. And Russia is down to 771,000. Like, HRE, this is just such a big opportunity for the HRE. The amount of damage that the Timurids are doing and the resilience shown by the Timurid people is an opportunity for a second front being opened up against the Russians. This is your chance. Fighting Russia one-on-one, you're not going to win. Fighting Russia while they're distracted in the Graveyard of Empires, it's a good opportunity. Dangerous war exhaustion for Timurids. At this level of occupation, war exhaustion is actually a good thing, because it means you'll start having uprisings behind their lines. It'll be a pain to put down after the war, but during the war it's just attrition that these guys are suffering. Also, before I forget and you storm off after the session ends, I suggest we raid our buddy Helson after the stream. Yes, that's a good idea. Very good idea. Usually I raid Groogy, but Groogy isn't always live. Yeah, big kudos to Timurids here. And to the Mamelukes and to Andalusia for trying to defend them. Big boo to the HRE. Oh, fight! We missed it, almost. Yeah, we missed this. 8.7 morale versus 10, so Prussia actually has more morale than Austria does. Another 40,000 Texans coming in, but it's probably going to be too late. They do arrive, but only to be shot to pieces. They're suffering 4.6 thousand casualties per tick there against the Prussian firing squads. And Prussia is finally able to push forward. So this is an attack that they started, and Texas wasn't able to defeat. You know what would have been good at this point? Forts! They were trying to. Just too late. They didn't hear. And yes, we should be ending now. That's it. That's your quarter past. We'll choose the dwarves. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Oops. I'm trying to move people, but they're moving themselves. Hello. 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 Well, I'm very happy to report that Lake Bellaton is still safe and sound. Well done, viewer. Well done.
You're welcome.
The Netherlands has broken 1,000 ducats.
You're welcome, the world. Keeping you safe.
Hey, Mordred, how many attrition casualties have I caused?
A lot.
I mean, attrition doesn't
Do
mean
any of
anything.
them
Though.
matter?
I mean,
No.
I've lost
You're
100,000
fighting
manpower.
Hindustan,
That's it.
Yuan, and Russia. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I've
I
lost
It's like this
100,000
And Dutch can Dutch.
I'm fighting the two greatest powers.
Yes.
I pieced out Fiora. He's not fighting me.
I know. But he was at one point. But yeah.
He was, yeah.
Did you see our
So yeah, the Timurids have caused 2 million casualties against the Hindustan side. And 1.9 million against the Russians.
But
And both of them are literally just going, meh.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, the man.
I've lost
Russian
about
casualties are
100,000
meaningless at
manpower.
this
That's
point.
Yeah, but imagine if someone else declared war on these countries while they were
No,
bogged
they
down
aren't
in
actually
a
losing
Middle Eastern
manpower.
war.
No, they're
Yeah, we're not
literally
losing manpower.
Well,
They're
no.
Yeah,
still-
they
Okay,
are.
Hindustan.
Hindustan's down to
I have
100,000.
800.
Because
Okay.
they had to use professionalism.
Okay.
They used to be 100%.
I mean, I've still got 800k.
Yeah, but how much of these
Yeah, you've got
are
it.
mercenaries?
Anyway,
Oh, all my infantry is mercs.
good game so far. I was a little bit concerned from the first 2 hours where nothing happened. And then slowly but surely the wars began.
What's that, Delhi?
We dismantled
Yeah,
Delhi. in the first
Delhi.
hour.
Delhi
Yeah,
happened?
Yeah,
Yeah, Delhi
happened.
happened. I mean, there were small wars, but now we're having
Delhi's
some bigger ones, courtesy of Timurids. I do feel kind of sorry for Timurids. Everyone just jumping on them there. They're putting up a hell of a
That's
struggle.
what
I was gonna
Timurids,
wait
last
until
thing
after
Timurids should do is
Hindustan.
support a giant Russia.
I mean, that's what happened to Ottomans last time.
Yeah. Except the Timurids
Finally
weren't the
wait.
'1 great power.
Yeah,
Well,
but
Yeah, I'm
they
not.
have
Oh,
like
The Ottomans have
100 something
protected
ducats in the
those,
Persia.
nothing I can do.
Anyway, I want to say thanks everyone for playing. I do hope you're enjoying this. Val, thank you for adminning. I really do appreciate the effort there. So thank you. Thanks everyone for watching. I do hope you're enjoying this series so far. If you are, be sure to hit that follow button to get notifications when we are live again next Sunday, same time, 3 PM until 6-ish. If you want to see more of this kind of content, then do consider subscribing. It helps the channel out, or you can check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/Mordred Viking. If you want to join the community, which are participating in these games, then the best place to do that is over on our Discord, which Bamboozle has just linked. So thanks everyone for watching. We will catch you next time. Thanks everyone for playing. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Never.
Alright, Twitch, we are going to set up a raid. As Marshall was suggesting, we should go and raid Helson, and I agree. So let's go see what Helson's doing right now. That's an advert. Helson is doing Byzantium, one faith to rule them all. So if you want to see some more Hearts of Iron, it's not Hearts of Iron, Europa Universalis play, then I would recommend heading over. Whoops, this is not, why is this not working? Come on, raid Helson. The / Helson is a really good Europa Universalis player. So if you are among the cadre of people asking, what is this game? What is going on? How can I play and do stuff like this? Helson's your man. Helson's going to be the one able to explain that type of thing. So head on over there. I'd like to see his chat lit up with the Viking raid, just like this. Let's make our presence known. Let's give him a proper Viking burial. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next time. I will be streaming all day tomorrow, 5 PM until 2 AM ish. Hearts of Iron 4 La Resistance. I'll see you then. Bye everyone.
I mean, come on.